What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So it is a cold winter's day here in Northeast Oklahoma. It's like 20 degrees outside, and I'm out here in the new shop. Got the mini split going, got the heat on, and I got a little project. I've already been working on this project for a little bit because I wasn't quite sure where it's going to go, but it's time to bring you guys along. This is something that's going to be for this new channel. I hope this will take off eventually if I can figure some things out. We're going to see. But fingers crossed and some prayers, and we'll see where it goes. So if you guys have been following the channel, you guys know we used to have the old aluminum fishing boat. That thing was like a 2000 model G3 16-foot fishing boat. Well, we're a family of 4, and my dad likes to go sometimes, so then there's 5 people. That boat got a little too small, so sold it. We bought a different aluminum boat, which I have not shown on this channel yet, but I also bought another boat. So little backstory, I got this 20-foot Triton boat. I'll do another video on that eventually. It's down at the dock right now on the lift. But anyways, I got the 20-foot boat. It's got a 80 pound thrust trolling motor and Ultrex trolling motor on there with the spot lock and all that. And I also put live scope fishing sonar on there. Well, it's great. I was finding fish, finding crappie, you know, catching some here and there. But I'd go out and try to find all these new spots. And if it's windy at all or there's a lot of boat traffic, that boat does not work well for crappie fishing. So I got online and I started searching for a bass boat, an older bass boat. And man, if you have not been trying to shop around for a bass boat, these things are pretty expensive, even being 25 years old. So anyways, to shorten the story a little bit, I found a 2000 20-foot Skeeter, and I was wanting one that was longer than 18 foot, preferably 19 or 20 foot. I found a 20-foot Skeeter. Talking to all my friends and everybody that has these bass boats, they said you don't want to go anything probably shorter than a 19-footer, 20 better, even 21 would be better. Well, they get quite expensive, but I was able to find a mechanics special, and I've got a little bit of a background working on, you know, boats, motors and stuff. My grandpa, I grew up in boat shop, so I got a little bit of experience. You know, I've tinkered with our own boats for years. Anytime there was any maintenance or anything, I've done all the work, pretty much, me and my dad. And anyways, I'm going to turn this camera around and show you guys what I come home with. Then we'll go over some of the problems and some of the stuff I've already done and what we're fixing to do now. So here is the 2000 model Skeeter. This is a ZX202. This is a 20-footer. It has a 36-volt Ultrex Minn Kota trolling motor on it. And I'm pretty sure it all works. I was told it works. And let me remind you, when you're looking for these boats, you're never going to find them anywhere close to you. We live around there's like 5 lakes, maybe even more within, you know, 20-minute driving distance from us. Trying to find an old bass boat like this is nearly impossible. People just don't sell them, I guess. I don't know where they go. I don't know what happens to them, but you just can't hardly find them. And if you do, they are an enormous price. Now, I was looking for one. You know, this is going to be primarily just a crappie fishing boat. That's what we're going to be setting it up for. So it has the tandem axle trailer. That was, you know, that didn't really matter to me if it had a tandem axle trailer, but they do pull so much nicer because more than likely this boat's going to stay down at the dock during fishing season since we got the lift down there. The paint isn't the best. It's, you know, it's still kind of pretty, but you can see it's got its flaws and stuff. No worries there. This is a 25-year-old boat. Remember that. The main thing is it floats and if the motor works. Now we'll move on back to the back and look at the motor. This is a 2-stroke Yamaha VMAX 3.1 liter fuel injected. So if you guys know me, yeah, if you've been following the other channel, Hidden Heights Farming, you know me. We just had this Resto Mod truck down the C10. Well, it don't have the 350 in it no more. It has a 5.3 fuel injected motor. Anyways, that's another story. But I don't do the carburetors no more. We are strictly pretty much fuel injected because I'm tired of messing with carburetors, tired of going out trying to start something, you know, that might have some old gas or some dirty gas in it and it doesn't work. But, you know, I kind of bought this thing. I had to go about almost 3 hours away to buy this thing. So it was a winter's day, it's cold, and you know, we didn't have a way to really go to the lake and try it out. The guy sent me video of it running. I did see it running. I've seen the water pump working, seen it shifted in gears. Everything seemed to work okay. And the only thing I've done is run it here in the yard on some earmuffs to make sure, you know, everything was working right. And it seems like everything's good. And I got a really good deal on it because it has some issues. Had some issues. We're dealing with some more right now. So let's go over those issues and kind of get to where we are now. So one of the main issues, let me show you the carpet in this boat. The carpet is not in bad shape. You can see the carpet, I don't know if it's ever been redone or not. I think it's the original carpet. It's been pretty much stored, it looks like. It does not have any problems. But one of the problems it had was this is a hydraulic steering pump. So it's kind of like power steering in a vehicle. This has power steering for the boat motor back here. And one of the problems it had is there's a big pump right back here behind the steering wheel, and it was leaking and leaking and leaking. All the seals worn out. So I had to pull all this off, pull the pump out, and I had to rebuild the entire pump. I had a picture somewhere. If I have it, I'll throw it up here and show you guys all the different O-rings and seals I had to replace. But the bad thing is it stained the carpet because it was just leaking and leaking and leaking. The guy had a puppy pad tied up around it, but it was just leaking so bad that it got in the carpet. So I have a plan for that. We're going to try. That might be a future video we'll do. And yeah, stay tuned for that. But anyways, you know, this is a 25-year-old boat. This is just going to be a fishing boat. No big deal. The seats are in pretty good shape considering they're just a little dirty. Needs to be washed and such. All the gauges and everything, it seems like they all work. I kind of tested all them out. Only thing is I couldn't tell what switch was what. So I got a label maker and I went back through here and kind of labeled everything. So yeah, there you go. And skipping to the electronics, it came with 3 of these Humminbird Helix. This is a 9-inch, and then it came with 2 7-inch ones right here. And that's going to be something that we're going to be changing out eventually because, like I already told you, I already have live scope on the other boat that we have. That is going to be probably primarily like a river boat or catfishing, trot line fishing, jug line fishing, family boat. You could probably fit 8 or 10 people in that thing if you wanted to and go fishing and still have room. I'll do a video over it eventually, but stay tuned for that. So the cool thing about that is, if you guys aren't aware, fishing electronics nowadays are insane. It's like playing a video game. It almost feels like cheating, but you know, I'm not going to get into that. You're going to get tons of comments. People say, oh, that's cheating, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, it is what it is. If you don't like it, don't use it. I love it already. I've only used it a few times. Trying to still get the hang of it, but it's very expensive. So the cool thing is I've already bought it for the other boat. I only had to buy like a transducer and a mount and like a little black box to put in this boat, and then I can take the screen, like the computer looking thing, and put it up here on the mount, and I can use it back and forth on each boat, so I don't have to buy 2 whole different setups. So it saved me some money there. All right, and then the other problem was this thing was leaking like crazy on the tilt and trim. It was just leaking oil everywhere. You can see here I got a brand new shop. I had some pig absorbent pads down here, but it didn't do much. It leaked through. It was leaking tilt and trim oil. I had to take the tilt and trim cylinders completely off. You can't see them right now. And rebuild all the seals in them as well. If I got a picture, I'll throw it up right here. I just took pictures as I was going, but I wasn't videoing. I don't know why I didn't video this whole project, but I didn't do it. So anyways, rebuilt that. It seems to be working pretty good. It's an old tilt and trim system. You know, it might be getting a little weak, but it still works very good. So now on to the project we're gonna work on today. We're trying to get this thing lake ready, and Lord willing, I'm going to bring the camera along with me the first time we take this thing out, and we'll see how it goes. Did I make an expensive mistake, or am I able to get this thing going on my own without having to pay a boat mechanic to go in and fix some stuff? And hopefully the motor's good, because these are what is expensive on these things. So I'm always good with buying used. You can usually save a ton of money buying used. Sometimes that'll get you in a bind as well. You get into a lot more work than you're wanting to do, but it is what it is. Okay, so the project we are doing today is I'm trying to test everything out as we go. I'm still waiting for some parts for the live scope setup, so I'm not going to get into that just yet. But the battery charger, this thing comes with an onboard battery charger. Let me turn the camera around and show you guys. So this thing comes with an onboard battery charger, if I can get the camera on it right here. So this is the battery charger right here. It has a 3-bank battery charger, but only 2 of them seem to be working. And when you plug it in, it don't actually work. So I had to use a just an automatic charger I had to get these batteries charged up. And the guy bought these batteries earlier this year. Here's the problem. These batteries was purchased in March of 25 and April of 25. That is, I guess, the manufacturer date, actually. So 2 of them are March, one's April, and then this is the cranking battery. That's totally separate. That thing's working fine. We're not going to get into all of that. We're talking about the batteries for the electronics and the electric trolling motor and all our lights. So we got a 36 volt system here. This thing is 3 12-volt batteries hooked in a series, and that creates the 36 volts, which is needed for the front trolling motor. And then you got all these other wires coming off of the graphs and the lights and the gauges and the panels and stuff. I don't know what's what yet. I've got to go through all that. But the problem is they're not all working right. When I tested the batteries, they're not showing good voltage. Even though these are not very old, they're not working very good. So we're going to go another step, and we're just going to replace the batteries. Luckily, LiTime, they were in agreement with us to show these batteries in our video, and they agreed to send us 4 12-volt 100 amp hour lithium batteries. They have a 5-year warranty, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to rip these old AGM batteries out. Now here's the cool thing about it. These AGM batteries, guys, they are between 65 and 70 pounds. These LiTime batteries, these 12-volt 100 amp hour batteries, 22 pounds. So just right there, do the math, you are going to be saving a lot of weight. And when you got a boat and you're out in the water, weight is a big thing. Sometimes it is to your advantage, but most time, when, you know, if you don't need all that extra weight, you're just burning more gas. It slows you down. And anyways, the lithium batteries, they just seem to do much better in the hot, in the cold. They are not moody like the AGM batteries. Those are old school and better than anything. That we're going to save a lot of weight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start ripping these all out, and we'll get these out of here. We'll go ahead and open one of these batteries. They went ahead and sent us 4 batteries. One will be used primarily up front for just the live scope, and that'll probably be a whole nother video. But for now, we're going to open one of these up and take a look. Okay, so in the box, they ship these post bolts right here. You don't want to lose these. Quick start guide, all kinds of manuals, product manual. We'll go to the side right here. Post bolts right there. And it even has a reminder on the packaging. Post bolts here, don't lose them. Now here is the advantage of the lithium batteries. The LiTime batteries, guys, are very powerful, but look at this, super, super light. You got your positive, your negative right here, and tells you all the 12.8 volts, 100 amp hours, rated energy is 1280 watts. Max and continuous discharge 100 amps, and yeah, there you go. So we're going to set these aside for now, and then let me get these batteries, these old AGM batteries out, and then we'll get these hooked up and then go over everything and show you some more of the features. Another cool thing is these are Bluetooth. They have an app. You can monitor everything on your phone, and it just makes it that much better. So let me get some of these batteries pulled out here, try to figure out some of this old wiring. We'll throw these in here and make sure everything's working, and drop some weight from this boat for sure. Okay, so we got the old AGM batteries out. Let me tell you, those things are not very fun trying to lift out of there. So weighing about 70 pounds or so versus these LiTimes that are lithium and only about 22 pounds. So we got them out of there, but I seen something right away I got to address. So the previous owner bought these new batteries, I guess, to throw in here to sell this thing. I don't know, I guess he didn't have intentions of keeping it because he didn't take the time and clean the corrosion off. Like you can see, some of these are pretty rusty, all these little terminals and stuff, pretty rusty. Especially this one right here, and that's one of the main, I think that goes to like all the gauges and all the dash switches and stuff. I think that one is, I'm not sure, that might be the trolling motor one. But either way, it's dirty and it needs to be cleaned off. So you can either do the old school way, got my safety glasses here. You can do the old school way with the wire brush, scratch all that rust off, or you can do the smart way, use a wire brush on an impact drill. And if you're gonna do all that work, then get some no-ox, some kind of material that will block the oxidation. This will keep that stuff from rusting, keep all that oxidation and stuff off. So if you're gonna do all the work and clean all the terminals or put new wires on there, you want to put something like this on there, and that will keep from the rust and corrosion from coming. So I'm gonna clean these off real quick, put some of this on there, we'll get everything tightened back up, all my wires reran, and then we'll do some testing. I can tell you, these are way easier to install or take out than the previous AGM batteries. Man, those things are not fun. So these are a group 31 battery. The ones I took out were 27. So these are a little bit bigger. Got this tray here, and it'll strap in so they don't slide around. Now the only problem I have is from the factory, it looks like the Skeeter boats come with a battery tray that is for a group 27 size battery. So that's one thing I'm going to have to change out, which is not a big deal. So I'll try to get these set in here. So flush as I can. Okay, so now we will get our no-aux and start putting that on our terminal ends. Make sure we don't get any oxidation. And hook these back up in series. And they also send post bolt covers you can put on top when you're done. Okay, so we got the 3 batteries installed. We got all the wiring hooked up. Now let's plug in the onboard charger that I have installed. We know it works good, so we'll plug it in and see where these batteries are at. I don't know how LiTime ships these batteries if they have a charge on them. I didn't check. So let's go ahead and plug this in and I'll show you guys this onboard charger. Okay, we got the 3 batteries plugged in to the onboard charger that we have here, and it's showing that they are all pretty much dead. So we're gonna go ahead and let these charge for a little bit, and then we'll come back out and we'll do some testing. So LiTime shipped these things right away. It took less than 48 hours to get here to my house. So that's awesome. So I'm guessing they keep these in a warehouse and they just throw them on a FedEx truck and then send them right into your house. And you guys know when batteries set in the cold and the hot, you know, sometimes it drains them. So I'm guessing they just needed a little boost. But as you can see here, they are showing in the red. So we'll go ahead and let them charge up at least to the middle. And on here, this charger has the lithium options. It has AGM. So I got them on all lithium. We're gonna let them charge. I'll come back here and we'll do some testing, see if that trolling motor is working and all the other stuff. Okay, so while these batteries are charging, I want to show you guys this cool feature that these lithium batteries have from LiTime. You can monitor them with the app on your smartphone. So I'm going to show you guys here on the screen on my phone. I'm going to start recording and show you guys how this works. So basically the app is free. Go ahead and download it from LiTime and then open it up, and you want to go to add device and search for Bluetooth. Allow, And it's going to do its thing. It's going to start searching for these batteries. So there you go. We got 3 of them right there. So we're going to go ahead and start adding them here. It says check the device sticker as below for the device Bluetooth name. I know these are our batteries because it's the only ones around here. And you can check your details. So there it is showing that battery right there is at 11%. The voltage is at 13.2 and it is charging. So how cool is that? I'm going to go back, add more devices, search for Bluetooth, or you can scan the barcode, but this is just as easy just to set here. And we'll add this one in the middle. Let's check the details on it. It's at 10%. We'll go back, add another one, search for Bluetooth, and add the last one. And anybody can do it. It's that easy, but it just makes it cool. If you're out on the water and you're not quite sure where your battery voltage is or how much amp hours you have left, you can always pull up this app and it'll actually tell you. So it might just save the day. And it's so easy, anybody can do it. Okay, so there you go. You guys seen all the batteries are just about at 10%. So they don't have much juice in them just yet, and it's getting late. So it is time to do some testing. We're just going to come through and test a few things, make sure that I have everything hooked up that was hooked up and that these are going to work. So let's test the biggest thing first, the 36 volt Ultrix trolling motor. I got it set up here. We'll go ahead and turn it on. Now these things will drain your batteries if you leave them on because they have a GPS system on them. That's how they have their spot lock and all that. All right, so we got power. Everything looks good. Let's just hit the button, turn it all the way up here on 10 and see what happens. There we go. I think that'll get us somewhere right there. So that's a good thing. We got trolling motor. That's hooked up right. I'm not going to mess with the graphs right now because I don't even have them plugged in. We're not going to worry about that. Let's see. Got the main switch on here. Let's see if our aerators work. Let's see. There's 1, 2, and then down here, this is our bilge pump for the aerators. If you have water in it, you want to pump them out. Okay, those are good. And then most importantly, the bilge pump. If this boat was to take on water, 1, 2, I got them both. All right, so it seems like everything is hooked up and we are good to go. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much today's video. Make sure you check out the LiTime batteries. I will put a link in the description below. And they're affordable. They will outlast the AGM batteries. I think these right here, these LiTime batteries are good for up to like 4,000 charges, but you're never going to do that in a lifetime probably. That is a lot of use from these batteries. And, you know, they do good in the cold and the hot. And 100 amp hours for that weight of battery is insane. So be sure, if you guys are needing any kind of lithium batteries be sure to click on the link in the description below and go check out LiTime. And they got all different kinds of batteries. If you need 12 volt batteries, 24 volt batteries, 36 volt batteries, golf cart batteries, whatever. They even have all different kinds of batteries, different sizes, mini 12 volt batteries, something for everything. So if you got a kayak, a little John boat, you get a little battery, it'll work great too. And make sure you subscribe to the channel because hopefully we'll be doing some more projects on this Skeeter bass boat coming soon. And some more outdoor stuff. Hopefully get some fishing going here soon. It's winter time, so never know around here, but we might do ice fishing. You just never know. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.